Hello to the beautiful collectives out there. Welcome to my channel, Astro, and this is your monthly forecast for June 2026. Okay, and before we get into the signs, I just want to share with you that on the 31st of May at 9 degrees, we have a full blue moon in Sagittarius. And this is the second full moon in May. All right, and that's happening on the 31st, as I said. So we're going to be entering into June with that energy of that once upon a time or once in a lifetime energy from this full blue moon. Okay, so set your intentions high and watch what happens. Okay, so this happens every 2 to 3 years. So this is once every blue moon. You know how that saying goes. And let's see. You may be seeking honest answers about your life's purpose during this time. This culmination and illumination brings hidden feelings to the surface. Unresolved questions may come up, or long avoided decisions that have been brewing since the previous full moon, which was the first one in Scorpio. Okay, so the new moon in Gemini is on the 14th of June, and this will be at 24 degrees, happening at 7:54 p.m. Pacific time. And at the end of June, we have a full moon, and that's on the 29th in Capricorn at 8 degrees. And Chiron is moving into Taurus and will stay there for approximately 8 years. Okay? Chiron is the wounded healer, and it is going to help you release those patterns around your self-worth and your value system as well. So, and it's also about, how you show up in your emotional world. But being in the sign of Taurus, it has to do with security. It has to do with your money. It has to do with your steadiness and your material things. Okay, do you do you value yourself on the external things in your life, or is your worth internal? So these are the energies that's going to be playing out for the next year, next 8 years for all of us to heal those insecure areas in our life that has to do with, our self-worth. Okay, so without further ado, let's get into your forecast for the month of June. So I will see you on the other side. Hello to my beautiful Aries risings out there. Welcome to my channel, Astro, and this is your monthly forecast for June 2026. I did an introduction about the highlights for the month, but the big thing that is happening for you is that Chiron is going to be entering Taurus this month, and it will stay in the sign of Taurus until 2034. And this will be happening in your second house of values, money, self-worth. So there is some exploring, opening up, growing, and understanding who you truly are behind the wounds that injured you, maybe from a past life or even in this lifetime as a child. Okay? So let's move on the 1st. We have Mercury entering Cancer, and this is happening in your 4th house of home, family, your roots, ancestry, real estate, and history, okay? Because Cancer likes the past, okay? So anyway, there you have it. It's a sensitive energy, homebound energy. The 4th house is also about your private life as well. So this is a good time to sort out paperwork, okay? Repairs, moves, or housing decisions. It's a positive time to reconnect with your family or revisit memories in constructive ways. You may experience overthinking things, mood-driven decisions, or have misunderstandings at home. And also, Cancer is ruled by the moon. So Cancer is crabby, it internalizes things, it goes into a shell, to protect itself. And Cancer is also about security, being safe, protected. And that hard shell has a tendency to protect that underbelly, okay, of that Cancer energy. So on the 9th, we have Venus conjuncting Jupiter in Cancer in your 4th house as well. And again, this has to do with your home, your family, life. This is highlighted. You may experience a surge of warmth, hospitality, and emotional bonding at home because, Jupiter is a big energy. Venus is love, beauty, and, she likes the finer things in life, luxuries, good food, music, things of that nature. Okay? So you may feel deeply supported, grounded, and emotionally healed. Okay. Give me just a second. So you may feel emotionally healed through your family or close friends or relatives, okay? Opportunities here involving real estate, buying, renting, or receiving help from family, inheritance, loans, and shared housing. Okay, so these are good opportunities with this conjunction between Venus and Jupiter. All right, on the 13th, we have Venus moving into the sign of Leo, and this is happening in the 5th house, which is the house of joy, okay? And Venus loves that life as well. So there is an opportunity for more flirtatiousness, okay? It's the house of romance, it's the house of creativity, it's the house of joy, gambling, hobbies, and again, creativity. Okay? So your creative urges are strong and your flow for art, performance, writing, music, or expressive hobbies is heightened. Okay? You may find yourself enjoying time with children, playful activities, dating, and leisure time as well. So, it's a good time to take time out for yourself here. Enjoying this Venus energy is a very attractive energy as well. So, let's see. The tendency for grand gestures, bigger feelings, and a bit more drama with matters of the heart is also heightened here. And we know that Leo has a tendency to be drama. So, anyway, just enjoy, that part of it for now. So, on the 14th, we have the new moon in Gemini, and this is happening in your third house of communication, short trips, early education, your local community, your siblings, and, your friends. Okay, so during this new moon, you may find yourself chatting more often through messages and social media. You may be pulled to take short trips, short errands, or explore the local hubs and events. Excuse me, something is in my throat, wants me to cough. So you may want to reach out to siblings and local friends to clear up misunderstandings with kind and honest communication. Okay, so on the 19th, Chiron is entering Taurus, and this is happening in your second house. And the second house is about your self worth, it's about your money, finances, and it can also be about shared finances as well, and what you value, okay, your value system. And it also connected to your family and your work or the type of work that you do, okay? So here we have during this transit, your body image, comfort eating, or questions about physical pleasure and self-care may come into play, okay? This wound is about separating your self-worth from your net worth, okay? You may be tying your value to what you earn, what you look like, or how much you have, okay? So this is going to be a transforming period for you because Chiron is going to be working this house for the next 7 to 8 years. So you gotta, get down to it and not resist, okay? Because it's going to happen. All right. So on the 21st, we have the sun in Cancer, and this is happening in your fourth house again. And we've already talked about the fourth house being your home, your private life, your family, your ancestries, your roots, your memories, historical events, real estate as well. So you may feel a strong urge to stay close to home, make your living space cozier, or tackle repairs, or redecorate, or organize things around the house. Highlights are hosting family events. Okay, you may be exploring moving or have property issues. Your energy is sensitive, nurturing, and protective, so you may feel more emotionally attuned, nostalgic, or even moody. Okay, because there is Cancer. All right, so on the 28th, we have Mars moving into Gemini, and this is happening in your third house of communication, short trips, your local community. All right? So this is a period. No, you may feel more curious, restless, and quick to react. This transit can help you learn fast, make decisions quickly, and push projects that depends on communication. But it can also make you impatient or argumentative. And, that's like Mars's MO, it's pushy and it's direct, and Mars will, be more aggressive. So just be aware of that energy happening uh, in your life on starting the 28th. So on the 29th, we have Mercury turning retrograde, and this is happening in your fourth house in the sign of Cancer. But remember, when Mercury is retrograde, you're going to have some misunderstandings, miscommunications, okay? So this is a period of revisiting home, family, and emotional foundations. This is not a time to take on new projects. This is a time to review, revisit, and revise. Okay? So it can bring old memories, private conversations, housing matters, or unresolved family issues back to the surface for review rather than forward motion. Okay, so the last thing is the full moon on June 29th, and this is happening in the sign of Capricorn in your 10th house of public view. This is also your career life, your co-workers, your authority figures, subordinates, people you work with. Okay? So you may find yourself in the limelight for public honor, which is good because Capricorn is ruled by Saturn, and Saturn makes you work hard to get the results that you deserve. Okay? Or a significant professional shift. You may feel an urge of determination to achieve goals and stronger connections to your public. Your standing in the community and how others perceive you become your central concern, along with seeking approval from bosses, parents, or authority, or step into a position of authority as well. So this is what's happening for you for the month of June, Aries rising, and I hope you find this information useful, and you can look forward to what is to come, because there's definitely a lot of changes that's happening for all of us during this time. So until next time, bye for now.